Monica Coronado says General Motors killed her brother Amador on this road. But the airbag did deploy.
The airbag did deploy. It did. But there is several other accidents where the airbags have deployed.
GM argues that because the Chevy Cobalt's power was on and able to set off Amador's airbag, it's not to blame. And under the terms of the compensation program, only crashes in which the airbag did not deploy are eligible for compensation. For a decade, GM engineers knew a heavy keychain could jog the ignition key and switch off a car's power. However, the company didn't order a recall. Internal documents showed GM felt the cars were still controllable, as the engine can be restarted after shifting to neutral. That's what Amador's mother feels happened before her son's crash. He managed to switch the car back on, only to be hit by an oncoming vehicle.
I could see that he would have tried to turn that vehicle on, or shift it, or do something.
But GM says...
Well, GM says no. But also, think about who's saying that. The people who hid this for a decade. You know, how credible are they?
They will pay it.
But there's already doubt about the fund announced a month ago, and not just the terms of eligibility, but the burden of proof for victims. In addition, GM's already announced it expects to pay out a total of between $400 and $600 million, and yet also claims there's no cap on compensation. The car industry's watchdog argues only criminal prosecution will change GM's ways.
Because all too often, corporations just get out the checkbook and they say, how big a check do you want to keep our executives out of jail?
That's a view shared by Amador's mother.
I know that I lost my son because of their greediness, because they could have repaired and they could have fixed all of this with just a few cents.
Since the Chevy Cobalt recall was announced in February, millions more GM vehicles have been recalled because of a problem with their ignition switch. But sales remain brisk, and GM says there's no conclusive evidence that this latest problem has caused any crashes. Shihab Rutansi, Al Jazeera, Idaho.